3, 2, 1. Sophia Nguyen grew up in a small, industrial town where opportunities were scarce and dreams often felt out of reach. Her parents were immigrants who had worked tirelessly to provide for their family, but despite their best efforts, life was hard. Sophia's father worked long hours in a factory, while her mother took on various odd jobs to make ends meet. As the eldest of 4 siblings, Sophia often found herself playing the role of a second parent, helping with chores and looking after her younger brothers and sisters. School, for Sophia, had always been a place of struggle. Despite being naturally curious and bright, she found it hard to keep up with the rigid structure of the classroom. Teachers often criticized her for daydreaming, and she found it difficult to focus on subjects that didn't ignite her imagination. More than anything, she was passionate about technology, specifically computers. But in a school where resources were limited, there was little opportunity for her to explore that interest. At the age of 16, Sophia made a decision that would change her life. Overwhelmed by the pressures of her home life and struggling academically, she dropped out of high school. It was a choice that filled her parents with disappointment. They had always stressed the importance of education, believing it was the key to a better future. But for Sophia, staying in school felt like a dead end. She didn't see how sitting in a classroom, learning things that didn't interest her, would get her where she wanted to go. Dropping out of school didn't make life any easier, though. With no diploma and few job prospects, Sophia found herself working minimum-wage jobs just to contribute to her family's income. She waited tables at a local diner, worked the cash register at a grocery store, and picked up any work she could find. But through it all, one thing remained constant: her love for technology. Sophia spent every spare moment she had tinkering with old computers, taking them apart and figuring out how they worked. She taught herself basic coding skills by watching online tutorials and reading whatever materials she could find. It wasn't much, but it kept her passion alive and gave her a sense of purpose in a life that otherwise felt stagnant. Sophia's life took an unexpected turn one evening when she was serving customers at the diner. A regular customer, Mr. Roberts, who was always kind to her, struck up a conversation about technology. He was an engineer at a tech company in the nearby city, and when Sophia mentioned her interest in computers, his eyes lit up. "You know," he said, "the tech world is always looking for people who think outside the box. You don't need a degree to succeed in this field, just determination and the willingness to learn." Mr. Roberts' words stuck with Sophia. He didn't offer her a job or promise her any immediate opportunities, but he planted a seed of hope in her mind. Maybe, just maybe, there was a path for her in the tech world after all, one that didn't require traditional education. With renewed determination, Sophia began to immerse herself even deeper in the world of technology. She saved up what little money she could and bought a used laptop. She joined online coding communities, participated in open-source projects, and connected with others who shared her passion. The more she learned, the more confident she became in her abilities. After months of self-teaching, Sophia decided to take a leap of faith. She applied for an internship at a small tech startup in the city. Despite her lack of formal education, the company's founder was impressed by her drive and passion. They decided to give her a chance, offering her a low-paid internship where she could gain real-world experience in software development. The internship was a turning point for Sophia. She worked long hours, often staying late into the night to learn as much as she could from the engineers around her. The work was challenging, but she thrived in the fast-paced, creative environment. For the first time, Sophia felt like she was on the right path, one that allowed her to use her natural curiosity and problem-solving skills. Over the course of the next year, Sophia's skills improved dramatically. She moved from intern to junior developer, taking on more complex projects and gaining the respect of her colleagues. The startup was small, but it gave her the hands-on experience she needed to grow in the field. However, Sophia wasn't content with simply being a developer. She had bigger dreams of starting her own company, where she could create innovative tech solutions that would make a real impact on people's lives. As Sophia's confidence grew, so did her vision for the future. She had always been fascinated by the idea of using technology to solve everyday problems, and one problem in particular caught her attention: the lack of affordable, high-quality tech education for people like her, those who couldn't afford a traditional college education or didn't thrive in a classroom setting. Sophia knew firsthand how difficult it was to break into the tech industry without a degree. She also knew that there were countless others like her, with talent and drive, who just needed the right tools and opportunities to succeed. She envisioned a platform that would provide accessible, hands-on tech education to anyone, regardless of their background or financial situation. With this idea in mind, Sophia began working on what would become her first entrepreneurial venture, CodeSpark, an online platform that offered interactive coding lessons, mentorship, and real-world projects for aspiring developers. The platform was designed to be affordable, accessible, and, most importantly, practical. Unlike traditional education, CodeSpark focused on teaching skills that were directly applicable to the job market, giving students the chance to build real-world experience while they learned. Starting CodeSpark was no easy feat. Sophia had little money to invest and no formal business training. But what she lacked in resources, she made up for in determination and creativity. She started small, using her own coding skills to build the platform's initial version and reaching out to her network of developers to volunteer as mentors. The early days were challenging. Sophia worked tirelessly, juggling her job as a developer with the demands of building a new business. She faced countless rejections from potential investors who were skeptical of her lack of experience and the idea of a coding platform that didn't require formal education. but she refused to give up. Eventually, Sophia's persistence paid off. She secured a small investment from an angel investor who believed in her vision. With this funding, she was able to hire a small team and expand CodeSpark's offerings. The platform quickly gained traction, attracting users from all over the world who were eager to learn coding in a way that was practical, affordable, and accessible. Within a few years, CodeSpark had grown from a small startup to a thriving business with thousands of users. Sophia's innovative approach to tech education caught the attention of the industry, and she was invited to speak at conferences and events about her journey and the future of tech education. Today, Sophia Nguyen is the CEO of a multi-million-dollar company that has helped thousands of people break into the tech industry. CodeSpark has become a leader in online tech education, known for its commitment to making coding accessible to all, regardless of background or financial means. But for Sophia, the success of CodeSpark is about more than just building a profitable business. It's about creating opportunities for people who, like her, were once told they didn't fit the mold. She is passionate about empowering the next generation of tech innovators, especially those from underrepresented communities. Sophia's story has become an inspiration to countless young people who feel like they don't belong in traditional education systems. She has proven that success isn't defined by where you come from or whether you have a degree, it's defined by your vision, your work ethic, and your willingness to take risks. Sophia's journey from high school dropout to tech innovator is a testament to the power of resilience and self-belief. She faced numerous obstacles along the way, from poverty to societal expectations, but she never let those challenges define her. Instead, she used her passion for technology to carve out a path that was uniquely her own. Her legacy is one of innovation and inclusivity. Through CodeSpark, Sophia has opened doors for thousands of people who might otherwise have been shut out of the tech industry. And in doing so, she has not only changed her own life, but also the lives of countless others. Sophia's unwavering vision and determination remind us that with the right mindset, anything is possible, even for those who don't follow the traditional path to success. If you have heard the words I am saying at a normal level, it is a good sign of development. If you have not heard them, please be patient and try to listen again. Our brains need a little time to adapt, and that is a natural thing, just like when we learn to walk for the first time. Please listen again because they are necessary for development. Thank you.